At exactly 2:17 a.m., the lights inside Darshana Haveli turned on by themselves. No electricity had worked there for 27 years. No one lived there. No one was supposed to enter, because everyone who ever stepped into the last room was never seen again. Tonight, I was about to become number 13. Darshana Haveli stood alone on the outskirts of a forgotten village, hidden behind dead trees and dry land where nothing grew. Even birds avoided flying over it. The villagers never spoke its name loudly. They whispered it like a curse. They said the Haveli didn't rot with time. Time rotted inside it. In 1998, an entire family vanished there in one night. No screams, no blood, no signs of struggle, just empty rooms, except one. The last room, locked from the inside. The villagers had rules. Never enter after sunset, never look into mirrors inside, never follow footsteps, and most important, never open the last room. Because the last room was not a room. It was a doorway. My name is Arav. I didn't believe in ghosts. I was a documentary filmmaker chasing forgotten horror stories for YouTube, stories people dismissed as superstition. Darshana Haveli was supposed to be my biggest video yet. Locals begged me not to go. One old man grabbed my wrist and whispered, "The house remembers everyone who enters." I laughed. That was my first mistake. The gates opened on their own. Inside, the air felt heavy like breathing underwater. Every footstep echoed twice, once by me, once by something else. The walls were covered in old family portraits. Their eyes followed me, not metaphorically. Literally, my camera started glitching. Static. Whispers in the audio. When I replayed the footage, I heard a woman's voice say, "You're early." I was alone, or so I thought. I passed a mirror in the hallway. My reflection smiled. I didn't. I turned away instantly, heart pounding. Behind me, footsteps, bare feet, slow, wet. A dusty room filled with broken toys. A music box started playing on its own. The tune was wrong, off-key. Then I noticed something carved into the wall. "We are still here." I found an old journal belonging to the original owner, Raghav Desmukh. Last entry. "The house feeds on regret. It shows you what you buried. The last room is hungry." The page ended with scratch marks, deep, desperate. The sun disappeared faster than it should have. Doors slammed shut. Windows sealed. My phone lost signal. Then the clock rang. 2:17 a.m. The lights turned on, and at the end of the hallway, the last room door opened. Inside was nothing, just darkness. Then the darkness spoke in my voice. "You came for views, now stay for eternity." The room shifted, walls breathed, faces formed. Every missing person was there, watching. Smiling, the house wasn't haunted. It was alive, built over something ancient, something unfinished. It didn't kill people, it absorbed them, memories, fear, souls, fuel. I ran, the hallway stretched endlessly, rooms rearranged, doors vanished. My reflection appeared everywhere, laughing, bleeding, then silence, morning light. I woke up outside the Haveli, camera beside me, footage intact. I survived, or so I thought. That night at 2:17 a.m., my bedroom lights turned on. A door appeared on my wall, and a whisper said, "You never left." Darshana Haveli doesn't need to hunt anymore because now it lives inside me. I thought I escaped Darshana Haveli. But at 2:17 a.m., my bedroom door slowly opened by itself, and behind it wasn't my room anymore. It was the hallway of the Haveli. I sat up in bed, drenched in sweat. Same time, same silence. Same pressure in the air. The smell hit me first. Old wood, dust, something rotten. My bedroom walls were peeling away layer by layer until the familiar cracked walls of Darshana Haveli surrounded me. I screamed. The sound didn't travel. It was swallowed just like everyone else. My camera lay on the floor, red light blinking, recording. I never turned it on. When I checked the footage, my blood froze. The camera had been recording for hours, and in the footage, I was sleeping. But I wasn't alone. Something sat beside my bed, watching me breathe. Whispers filled the hallway, not random, personal, regrets I never spoke aloud, mistakes I buried, failures I ran from. The house knew everything. Because the last room didn't show fear, it showed truth, and truth was unbearable. At the end of the hallway stood a woman, white sari. Hair covering her face, feet not touching the ground. She lifted her head slowly. It was my mother, dead for 7 years. She smiled and whispered, "You promised you'd come back sooner." I fell to my knees, the house fed on guilt. I checked my phone, still 2:17 a.m. Battery 100%. No signal, no notifications, no escape. Minutes passed, hours maybe, but the time never changed. The house had paused reality. This was its feeding hour. The door to the last room appeared again, closer this time. I didn't open it. It opened itself. Inside wasn't darkness anymore. It was a theater. Rows of people sat silently, all the missing ones, all staring at a screen. The screen showed my life, every failure, every selfish choice, every lie. The room wasn't punishment, it was judgment. A voice echoed from everywhere. You spread fear. Fear brings more visitors. You are useful. I understood I wasn't spared. I was chosen, an extension of the house, a messenger, a trap. Pain burned into my wrist. A symbol carved itself into my skin. Same symbol I saw in the old journal, the mark of the house, once marked. You belong to it, forever. I woke up screaming. Sunlight, normal walls, normal sounds. Time, 7:03 a.m. It felt over until I checked my wrist. The mark was still there. I uploaded the documentary. Views exploded. Millions. Comments flooded in. Why does the hallway look like my house? I hear whispers at 2:70 now. That door appeared in my room. My video wasn't content, it was invitation. Last night I got a message from an unknown number, just one line. Thank you for bringing us food. Tonight at 2:17 a.m. another door will open. In someone else's home. Darshana Haveli no longer needs a location, because now it travels through screens.